Hey everybody, I'm back, and as you can see by the cards I have laid out here, this video is going to be a little different. Normally I'm all about the vintage baseball, but just wanted to show something that I've been doing for the last couple weeks, and that is to pick up some Michael Jordan cards. So as a kid growing up in the late 80s, early 90s, I knew that Michael Jordan was a cultural icon. He was not just an athlete. He transcended athletics into the marketing of his Jordan brand shoes, clothing, commercials such as the Gatorade Be Like Mike, with that song that you couldn't get out of your head. But Michael Jordan is widely considered to be possibly the greatest basketball player of all time. And as a kid growing up, like I said, that teenage years and his heyday run from the late 80s to the early 90s, he was definitely a player that I liked to watch and enjoyed following. I never was able to pick up any of his cards via packs. It didn't matter how many packs I bought. I never seemed to be able to pull a Jordan. So just lately I've been looking to pick up some of these Jordan graded cards on the cheap. And I just wanted to show them to you. Now, I refer to these as junk wax Jordans. That's because they're from the year 1989 and up. So 1986, his rookie year, that's definitely not what I would call junk wax. The 86 Fleer set, extremely popular, extremely expensive, and the Jordan card, the most expensive by a landslide. It's reached such a high cost that it's out of even my price range right now. I've been priced out of the market on one, although I'd love to have one. I do have his 87 regular and sticker, which I was able to pick up a couple years ago, and I have his 88 as well. And those are fairly pricey, but still affordable enough that you could go and pick one up if you're really interested. Just the average collector, not looking to make a major investment like the 86 is. But here in '89, we see the popularity of basketball cards increasing. Not quite as popular as baseball cards in '89, but moving up the ladder. And these '89 Fleer cards are not that hard to find. They're not that expensive. You could get both of these and a near mint to mint 8. For around $6, maybe $5 to $7. We'll say that. It may cost you a little more depending on the quality of it. This the Fleer sticker on the right is just a little bit off center, left to right, as is the regular Fleer on the left. And then that regular Fleer on the left, one of the things you'll notice is there's like a solid black line that kind of goes across Michael Jordan's forearm there as he's dunking, and that's pretty standard for all that '89 Fleer Michael Jordans. So 1989 basketball still not quite there yet as far as the popularity of baseball. And then we see the 1990 set, and I think this is kind of the year that as far as production wise, Fleer caught up with baseball. They mass produced the basketball Fleer. You could find it just about everywhere you went, whereas before it was a little more difficult to find the basketball cards. So they're as easy to find as the Fleer baseball was from that year. And opened a ton of packs, never pulled a Michael Jordan. Couldn't do it. Don't know why, it just couldn't happen. And then hoops as well. They really mass-produced those hoops. I mean, you can still buy these boxes of hoops and Fleer basketball from 1990 for fairly cheap because it is so prevalent. Truly the definition of a junk wax. And then over here, a 93 Fleer. I like the picture on that. I don't have a lot of his later on 90 stuff. Most of the stuff I'm looking to pick up was just late 80s. And then early 90s, I think anything past 95 I wasn't looking to get. But I just wanted to show you that. Something I've just enjoyed doing just because of my connection to that era and my love of basketball. I would say probably around 1990 is where I started to follow basketball better than baseball. My guy that I collected back in the late 80s, Don Mattingly, was starting to have some lean years due to back injuries, and Michael Jordan was at his peak, and as a skinny kid that could run all day, basketball was just something that naturally appealed to me. So I did start following basketball and really enjoyed Michael Jordan. But I wanted to show you these and then maybe even ask you, hey, do you collect any baseball or basketball? I know most of the people that post on here are primarily a vintage baseball. But if you like the video, post or comment below and let me know. And hope to talk to you again soon. Thanks.